Hello. For my Opportunity City video project, I will be highlighting Detroit, Michigan, and the economic engines of one of America's legacy cities and possible interventions to reverse years of economic despair. What happened to Detroit? First, we need to go over the history of how Detroit fell into the category of one of America's most economically challenged cities. In its heyday around 55 years ago, Detroit was home and still is home to automaker giant General Motors, who makes the cars that carry the Chevrolet, GMC, Buick, and Cadillac brand names we see all over the road. Detroit also had and has large factories for other manufacturers like Ford and Chrysler. The city swelled to almost 2 million residents, the fifth largest in America. However, today, General Motors and Detroit are bankrupt, and the population has plummeted to 700,000 with the highest unemployment rate of more than 16% of any major American city. By the 1970s, auto manufacturers started relocating factories to right-to-work states where non-union employees are not required to pay agency fees to unions. Between 1979 and 2008, membership in the United Automobile Workers fell sharply from 1.5 million to just over 300,000. White flight also occurred in large numbers. It is widely studied that around 20 to 30% of all the city's homes remain vacant today, leading to hotspots filled with trash and vandalism that leads to more crime and unsafe conditions throughout. My first realistic intervention would be to begin to slowly repurpose vacant lots as a form of community-based economic development. Some possibilities can include urban community gardens, new city installed parks, or simply cleaning the street and space to allow for a new site to be constructed. For example, a small local business. This is a low-cost, high-impact intervention that utilizes already vacant land and has the ability to bring opportunity directly into struggling neighborhoods. The city and neighborhoods need to start somewhere, and this is a small step in the right direction. Secondly, I would expand bus service to impoverished areas. Expanding bus service in the city connects underserved neighborhoods to job centers, schools, and downtown. Transit access benefits everyone, and increasing the number of buses in Detroit can be considered a feasible measure. Legacy cities often face the challenge of moving job locations from poor areas to more prosperous ones. This situation makes public transport improvements particularly important for overcoming the disparity and helping low-income residents get to places where employment opportunities exist. While I wish I could say, let's easily return Detroit to the powerful manufacturing hub that it once was, this is not small nor easy to accomplish or realistic. With the majority of auto manufacturing moving to Mexico, Canada, and China to be made at lower costs, Detroit will most likely not return to what it once was before. However, this does not mean that we cannot take However, this does not mean we can take steps in community-based economic development to empower and assist underserved populations in legacy cities like Detroit. Thank you.